some of the bits borrowed because it helps you to get your subnet mask, but otherwise you can just leave it because you can do it right here. You can put those bits here, you can turn these bits 1 1, so that's what you can do. Okay, but if you want also, you can put the sum of the bits borrowed here so it can be reflected on your subnet mask. Otherwise, only pay attention to the sum of the bits remaining in this octet. So what is the sum of the bits remaining in this octet? We're gonna find out soon enough. So it is 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. It gives you 31. So the sum of the bits remaining here is 255. Now this is exactly what we're looking for. And then we're gonna do this. The network address here, right here, is 172. So let's put network 172.16.0.0 prefix. The prefix is going to be 19 because we have added 3 bits that we've borrowed. So 3 plus 16 gives us 19. So our side is now 19. Now we get the broadcast address right here. The broadcast address for this network would be 172.16. Well, it's not going to be 0, but it's going to be 31 plus 0. Okay, it's going to be 31 plus 0. Oh, is this 31? Yeah, 31 plus 0 and 255 plus 0 right here. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, now 31 plus 0 gives you 31, and 255 plus 0 gives you 255. Now your first valid IP address is 172.16.0.1, and the last valid IP address is 172.16.31.254. Your subnet mask, sorry about that, your subnet mask is 255.255.224.0, and that is your subnet mask. And I forgot to put S to show you guys that the S stands for subnet mask. So this is exactly the first network, and then the second network address would be 172. Sorry about that. 172.16.32.0, because this is 255 and this is 31, so we're gonna have to change this 1 to 2 here in our next network, and the CIDR remains 19. So the broadcast address for this one is 172.16.30, no, not 31, not 30 whatever, but it's going to be 32 plus 31, because this is what we are looking for here. This 31 we added to this 32. Okay, and this gives us exactly 63. So we get here 63.255. So the first valid IP address here would be 172.16.32.1, and the last valid IP address would be 172.16.63.255. Sorry, 254. So that is exactly what we have. So we're gonna have our subnet max, like I said before. It's also going to be the same, 224.0. Alright guys, so this is important that you know when you get your subnet mask. So now we have 4 more subnets to go, and then I want you guys to get those 4 subnets. Sorry, not 4 but 6 more subnets to go, and I want you guys to get those 6 subnets for me as an assignment, and then you put it for me in Word document if you can, and have it sent to me on the group so I can look at it, or you can send it to me directly. I don't have problem. Just send it to me directly so we don't have copycats. Okay, so this, you will complete the 6 subnets, and then I will see it with you guys. Now I am going to do another sample, and that will be our final sample for this video, and then we'll take it off from there. Now my question is, I want how many subnets? Let's say for instance I have let's say 500 subnets. 500 subnets is what I need. Okay guys, so I want 100 users in each subnet. Okay, I think that should be fine. 500 users and 100 in each subnet. Okay, so I have to pay attention to that. Okay, now let me just get out of here, and then I think I have to get out of all this also. Alright, so I'm not gonna get that out. So this is what I'm looking for. 500 subnets, and each subnet would give me 100 hosts. Now if I borrow 3 bits, like for instance these 3 bits borrowed, if I borrow 1 bit, I'm having 2 subnets. If I borrow 2 bits, I'm having 4 subnets. If I borrow 3 bits, 8 subnets. If I borrow here, I have 16. If I borrow here, I have 32. If I borrow here, I have not that this is supposed to be 16. If I borrow here, I have 32. If I borrow here, I have 64. If I borrow here, I have 128, if I can remember, because this is 2 subnets, 4 subnets, 8 subnets, 16 subnets, 32 subnets, because 2 to the power of 5 is 32, 32 subnets, 64 subnets, 128 subnets. Okay, 128 subnets, and then 256 subnets. That is 256 subnets, 8 bits. And then if I borrow 1 bit here also in the fourth octet, I'll have 2 to the power of 9. So 2 to the power of 9 will give me 512. So I will say 2 to the power of 9. So 2 to the power of 9 would give me 512. That's what I am looking for. I need 500 subnets. So when you are borrowing bits, you start from the left. So let's assume all of these were zeros before. So they were supposed to be zeros before. So now we are saying that we borrowed all these bits from here. We borrowed all of them. And we borrowed all the bits from the 3rd octet until at some point we entered and took 1 bit from the 4th octet. Okay, this is something that students get confused, so that's why I'm giving you this sample. Okay, this bit here is supposed to be 1 1 1 1. So all these bits are turned on. So for example, in this case